My name is Debbie. I live in Pennacook, New Hampshire, and my grandson currently attends the Pennacook Community Center Boys and Girls Club.
My name's Nicole Cruz. My son AJ is 4, and he attends Eastman Early Learning Center through the Boys and Girls Club.
So Tyler, my other grandson, who's 20, he and I had been burned out of our house in 2018. So the end of 2018, 2 days before Christmas, we were able to move into our brand new home. And then COVID hit, and my daughter and her husband and their 2 children moved in with us because they lost their apartment, and they were living with us. And then in May of 2022, for a variety of reasons, I was asked to take temporary guardianship of the other boys. So it was a shift, making another bedroom, bringing them in and making room for them and making it one whole house with 3 boys.
AJ was diagnosed with Down syndrome when he was 5 months old. It was very emotional. I felt like it was my fault somehow, that I did something wrong. I'm deaf, and now I have a child, with a quote-unquote problem. But it was a very sad time for me. I was, grieving. And my mom was a big advocate through this because she went through the same thing with me. When she found out that I was deaf, she was upset. She tried to find resources, and back then there wasn't a lot of deaf role models, and my mom was able to figure out all of that on her own. And now, she passed on that strength to me, so now I'm, applying that to AJ.
So when I had my grandsons given to my care, I worked full-time and was like, okay, what do I do? The 13-year-old could come home after school, not ideal, but can be done. But that was not going to work with a 7-year-old. So looking for some care, I recalled that when Tyler, who was my 20-year-old grandson, when he was younger, I used Pennacook Community Center, which is now part of the Boys and Girls Club. So when I was working with the caseworker, I suggested and asked, what do you have for providing for care? And they coordinated with the Boys and Girls Club to allow my youngest grandson to go there for before and after school program at the school, and then at the Bradley Street for school vacations in the summer.
I had actually just moved here from New York, and I was looking for a daycare, and my mom's friend said, oh, our daughter goes here and really enjoys it, loves the teachers, amazing staff. It's a good fit for any needs for any students. So I decided to come here and sign up, and here we are.
So the Boys and Girls Club, when I needed care this time, just welcoming, open arms, no problem at all, got him in right away. It was like, all of a sudden I had some grandchildren, they needed care, and within just a few days, he was part of the Boys and Girls Club. And it felt like going home because everyone was the same, and it was just great.
So when I first signed AJ up for school, I met the teacher, and I told them that AJ has Down syndrome and I'm deaf. So that's, a double, you got to communicate with me and be able to work with AJ. And so they've really been extremely flexible. The teachers have been actually learning a little bit of sign and teaching some sign in the classroom as well, because AJ's first language is American Sign Language. So, but just to be able to talk directly to his teachers, as a parent, instead of going through an interpreter or texting, just to have that communication is so important here at the Boys and Girls Club.
So one of the biggest things that the club did to help him adjust was they got to know him and know what he liked, and then made a point to introduce him to other kids, his age group, his interests, really get him involved. And they were very patient with him as he was trying to come out of his shell and learn some of the social skills. They made sure to really get him involved and introduce him.
He's really been thriving. His speech has gotten so much better. He's been improving on his interactions with other kids, his interactions with adults. So he's made big strides here.
The biggest thing that I see with my grandson is he can't wait to get there in the morning. Picking him up in the afternoon, I have to wait because he doesn't want to leave. He wants to keep playing. Weekends come and he's like, do I have the club today? No. Well, what am I going to do all day? It's like, well, you'll find something else to do. So even if I'm taking a vacation during school break, he goes to the club. He is just going to be so bored if he's not there.
Every time AJ comes home, he's always learned something new. And it's very surprising to me every time that he'll come up and say, Mama, and he'll point and he'll actually show me how he's learned to do something. And I'm like, did you learn that at school? And he says, yes, and he's so excited. And it's just, it's inspiring. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for, his future, and it's just fun to see, what he's learned and that he wants to teach me what he's learned. It's just amazing to see that.
So the role of the Boys and Girls Club is to provide support, continuity, a safe place for kids and families. They know all of the kids, they know all of the families. You can tell they love the kids that they work with. Tyler remembered them. He loves going back and seeing them. He'll go in and he'll pick up my grandson now. The problem is getting him out because he just wants to stay there and talk. And they're always there to provide support, and they do it quietly. They don't make a big deal about it, but you know that they're there to support you. And that's so important. It's been a blessing.
I would say thank you. Thank you for, this amazing, option for my son, for adapting to his needs, adapting to his learning needs, and giving him tools that he needs to live his life and for his future. And really, helping me, as a mom, be able to provide for him, and just forever grateful. I mean, they've done everything for AJ.